Have you ever checked your bank account and thought, wait, I make decent money. Where did it all go? Like, you didn't buy a boat. You didn't book a luxury vacation. You didn't suddenly develop a Rolex addiction. But somehow, every month, you're back at the same number. Rent paid, bills paid, groceries bought, a few subscriptions you forgot you even had. And now you're staring at your balance thinking, okay, so how am I still not getting ahead? If that felt a little too accurate, yeah, that's not just you. My name is Nick, and I spend way too much time thinking about why people work hard, earn money, and still feel broke. If you're someone who feels like you're doing everything right financially but your bank account refuses to reflect it, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because today, we're going to talk about why money feels harder than it should, what's actually working against you, and, more importantly, how to fix it without needing a massive income jump. And look, this might get uncomfortable at points, but it'll also be freeing. Challenging the biggest financial lie. Here's the thing. Most people think their money problem is an income problem. I just need a better job. I just need a raise. If I made an extra $1,000 a month, everything would be fine. But here's what most people don't realize. According to data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, lifestyle spending rises almost dollar for dollar with income increases. Meaning, if you get a 10% raise, your spending usually goes up about 8 to 9%. That's not a budgeting issue. That's a psychology issue. And this is where it gets really interesting. Why more money doesn't fix the problem. Psychology of spending. Let's do a quick mental exercise. Imagine I magically deposit $1,500 extra into your account every month. At first you think, finally, I'll save this. But then, you upgrade your phone plan. You eat out a little more. You justify a nicer apartment. You add convenience back into your life. None of those feels irresponsible. They feel earned. This is called hedonic adaptation. Your brain recalibrates what normal looks like, and your spending quietly rises to meet your income. So if you've ever wondered why your financial stress didn't disappear when you started earning more, that's why. The real problem: money leaks you don't feel. Now you might be thinking, okay, Nick, but I'm not reckless, I don't blow money. Cool, neither do most people. The real damage comes from low-pain spending, small amounts, frequent decisions, minimal emotional friction. Let me show you what I mean. Clear math example, eye-opening but simple. Let's say $6 coffee, 5 days a week, 50 weeks a year. That's $1,500 per year. Now take $25 subscriptions you forgot about, $40 convenience food, $80 impulse, Amazon orders. That's another $2,000 to $3,000 per year. Suddenly, we're talking about $4,000 to $5,000 annually. Invested at a modest 7% return over 30 years, that's roughly $380,000. For stuff you barely remember buying. That's not about discipline. That's about awareness. Why your brain makes bad money decisions. Here's what most people don't realize. Your brain is wired to prioritize short-term comfort over long-term security. Future. You feels abstract. Present you feels real. So when you spend, you're not choosing between coffee and retirement. You're choosing between comfort now and vague responsibility later. And your brain hates vague responsibility. This is why telling people to just budget harder doesn't work. The invisible cost of financial stress. I had a friend, smart guy, solid job, who always said, I don't make enough to invest. But he also lived with constant anxiety. Bills felt heavy, decisions felt risky. Any surprise expense felt catastrophic. The problem wasn't income. The problem was that every dollar already had a job, just not an intentional one. The shift that changes everything. Here's the reframe that changes everything. Money isn't about restriction, it's about direction. You don't need to stop spending. You need to decide what actually matters. Because right now, your money is voting, just not for the life you want. Actionable step number 1. Pay yourself first, without willpower. Here's what actually works. Before rent, before bills, before fun, automatically move 10 to 20% of your income somewhere you can't easily touch. Savings, index funds, retirement account. Not because you're disciplined, but because automation beats motivation every time. According to Vanguard studies, automated investors accumulate 40 to 60% more wealth than manual savers. Not smarter, just structured better. Actionable. Step number 2. The invisible money rule. If you don't see it, you won't miss it. Most people budget by subtracting expenses from income. We flip that. Subtract savings first. Live on what's left. That forces your lifestyle to adapt, not your future. Addressing common objections. Now you might be thinking, Nick, I can't save right now. Everything is expensive. You're not wrong. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Waiting for perfect conditions is how people stay stuck for decades. You don't need big moves. You need consistent ones. Even $100 per month invested over 30 years becomes $120,000 plus. That's not nothing. That's freedom. The most dangerous financial mistake. Here's the most expensive mistake people make. They confuse being busy with making progress, working harder, earning more, but never building systems. Money rewards structure, not effort. The long-term consequence. This is where it gets really interesting. According to multiple financial wellness studies, financial stress impacts health outcomes almost as much as smoking. Higher anxiety, poor sleep, lower life satisfaction. So when we talk about money, we're not talking about numbers. We're talking about peace. Wealth isn't flashy. Wealth is options. Saying no to toxic jobs, handling emergencies without panic, choosing time over overtime. That's the goal, not looking rich, but feeling secure. Look, nobody teaches this stuff properly. You're expected to just figure it out, while the system quietly profits from your confusion. But awareness changes everything. So, if this video helped you see money a little differently, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you want practical, no-nonsense financial clarity. And remember this, you don't need to be perfect with money. You just need to be intentional. Because small decisions, made consistently, build futures that feel effortless. I'll see you in the next one.